One of my subscribers was asking, did we have to use sphagnum moss in these root balls, or could we use like soil or some other medium? And the answer is yes. We don't, or the answer is no, you don't have to use sphagnum moss. You can use, I get this stuff that's called forest moss. And I accidentally bought that the first time around thinking it was sphagnum moss, till I got it and it said forest moss. And forest moss is about 70% cheaper than sphagnum moss. And you can use soil if your dexterity is good enough, because when you're closing this up around that root ball, around that limb, the soil wants to run out and stuff. And you have a bottom, it's got a little tab right there. This is the bottom, and that's supposed to click around that stem to hold it in place. However, I'll stick a clothespin on underneath that on the limb to keep it from sliding down. But you can use about anything. I've been thinking about using Spanish moss to see how that works. As a matter of fact, I might do one and just see what it is. But I like to use this moss because you dampen it a little bit, and you can kind of pack it down. And just for example, say this is the limb that you want to put it around, and that's sticking up, you know, like so. And this is the bottom right here. It's got the tabs. You can turn that up like that, and that moss tends to stay in place. And you can, well, let's just put it like that. But that's why I like to use the moss, because it stays in place. Now if that was soil, that soil would be trying to run out of there. But I like these. I don't like the big ones, the big balls. But see, that's got that good thing. Now, the big balls, they're not hinged. Now you can see the tabs right there. That's the bottom. And you can kind of, well, let me fill one up here. These things, the tab, remember the tab is the bottom. And the way those go together, really it's about a two-man job when you're doing these things. And that's the way that goes. Now, conceivably you could do a limb that big around right there, and I've got some things I'm going to try to do like that. But it's best to click them things together and then take these little ties and at least put, you know, zip tie 'em shut at least on one, and then one diagonal across. It's actually best to do them all, because I imagine that as this thing is on that limb and it's growing roots in there, it's going to put pressure on this, and it could pop them little snaps loose. Whereas if you got these tabs, these zip ties, especially on all four, that's going to hold that thing secure. So that's how that works. Now, let me take that loose. These little ones, you know, they're hens too. And I'm gonna, I like when I'm doing a root ball and I get it closed and I get that little thing tab snap there, then you can get these pliers and snap them for the most part. Sometimes they don't want to snap, sometimes they do. But, and yes, people keep sending me links to other YouTubers that are wrapping, they're not using the root balls. You can take saran wrap or plastic and wrap up some of this around the thing that you're doing, and then you know, you can do like that and wrap it in that plastic and tape it. But it takes more dexterity and stuff to do that than I'm able to do. I'm using these because now I used to do them like that back in the day. But it's I don't have the dexterity to do that stuff with the plastic, and I like these better. Anyway, but that's folks, I'm not trying to say I'm an expert on any of this stuff. I'm just saying what works for me. I don't have the dexterity to use that plastic. Now, if I was in a pinch and didn't have any root balls, they're not that expensive. But that's my little short tutorial on what I use. And I'm going to hold on, let GoPro stop recording. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna do a medium-sized one using Sphagnum moss, and just, you know, I'm gonna stuff one side, and now it does help for that to be slightly moist. Ooh, that's that fishing motion. That stuff stinks to high heaven. And I'm gonna stick one let's see, there's the bottom, so I'm gonna stick one I'm going to do one on something I'm not sure yet. But there you go. I don't see why that Sphagnum moss wouldn't work. But you know what? I think I would probably use zip ties on that too. Now my dexterity and stuff is getting better. I am getting to where I can walk. I'm gonna show you how I can walk. Just watch me. Let me get over here and get my walker. I ain't that cocky yet. Now, I can walk very carefully. as you can see. But my left leg gets very tired real fast. But I want to get my other walker, my rollator, and I want to get down in the yard and walk around because it's got a seat on it. Now there you go. I'm getting much better at walking. But I need to do it 2 or 3 times a day. Preferably out in the yard. Boy, that yard needs mowing. But anyhow, this is my hope this answers some questions y'all might have about this. Now, Monday I'm going down there and cutting some more bamboo. I want to start some plantings, and the way you supposedly the best way to root this bamboo is when it's fresh. You cut it off right about 1 inch below where that's growing out there, and about that much above that, and then you put that in water, or you can put it in dirt. You can score it a little bit there, and supposedly that's going to root pretty quick. I don't know, but I want to get a bunch of bamboo plants started. I'd like to have. Oh, I see some new growth over there on Lisa's gardenia. You know what? I'm gonna need to put that in a bigger pot for sure. I thought I was upgrading there, but that pot really not that big. I don't want it to get root bound. But anyhow, this is how I do my root balling and what I use and what I can use. I am going to try it with some Sphagnum moss, but let me turn one of these around. This is going to be my thumbnail picture. Maybe that gives you an idea, I don't know, but there again, guys, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I am saying I've tried this before. I did this years ago, but years ago I was doing it with the plastic wraps. These balls were not ready, or not available back then. They weren't available. So that's my story, guys, and I'm sticking to it. Well, All right, guys. Go over here. This is that tomato plant, which is the same kind that was on this, that come off of that one. And I got a couple of tomatoes growing on that thing already. I'm really taking care of that thing. I was hoping now, this was a tomato plant in this thing, and it didn't do anything, and I finally jerked it up. I put one of my cucumber plants in here. I put 4 stakes, and hopefully that cucumber plant's going to climb up here on this stuff like I want it to do. Now, this tomato plant here, this is another one. I'm getting close to pulling that up. This is one my daughter got that didn't get took care of. Now, I'm thinking about air layering this little part of this rose bush on that. My jalapeno pepper plant, it's kicking butt. As long as I keep the fruit picked off, it'll keep on putting out. I need to doctor this up somewhat, get it shut, because it got knocked over. Those are the, oh boy, I can't remember the name of it. That's the devil's backbone over there. It's coming out pretty good. Oh. Now I'm gonna put stakes in this one bag here. This cucumber plant here, I'm gonna put in that other basket over at that tomato plant's in right now. I'm gonna put stakes in this. Oh, my friend Lisa, these aloes, these are not them big leaves, but these are not looking all that good. Now I see a baby coming up off of that. But these are not doing all that good. But it's got a, well, wait a minute, there comes a baby right there. Yeah, these just don't look. I'm gonna do some this strawberry plant, something's eating on that. I'm gonna mix me up some malathion. Now this one, you know what? That big leaf right there, somebody cut that off. Put that right there. Oh, I see is that a, yeah, I got a pepper plant. I got two pepper plants blooming there. These are banana peppers. Let's see. These are bell peppers. Right there. These are bell peppers. Look at that. Let's see what we got here. These are bell peppers. And it's not showing squash. There comes some sun. These I put out on June 1st. That's the ones I'm doing in the sand and ones I'm doing in the dirt, and they don't really look all that great. They really don't. This is squash. You know what? I think that's jalapenos not doing squat. Now, these is the jade plants I'm trying to root in water. We'll say, and I did these on the first. I need I wonder you know what? I'm gonna see.